Today's episode, we have a masterclass in cable management. I'm going to show you how to do this properly. So here we have a friend of mine's system. It hasn't been opened or cleaned in about 5 years, so we're going to see what it looks like on the inside, clean some things up, and try and breathe a little bit of new life into it. Oh, fuck! So I think everything in here looks relatively clean considering the amount of time it's been since this has actually gone through a proper cleaning, but there is a fair bit of dust on the fans we'll clean up, a lot caked in the radiator, and there's an absolute mess of wires down here that I want to see if I could do something about. These banded ribbon cables tend to be really hard to work with, but I think we can fix this up. I think you'll see what I mean here. These are really disgusting. And if we go into the radiator, it's a little hard to see, but it's really caked. Let's take a look at the condition of the other side. So this one seems not too bad, but we could definitely make some cleaner lines with the cable management, which is what I'm really going for. So to start here, there's these two supplemental fans that are hot glued to the side of the case. I don't know what the f those are for, but they're definitely doing absolutely nothing, given the fact that there's already intake fans right here. So we're gonna swiftly remove those and get rid of all of this clutter. What the f? Okay. So now the power for these is on this splitter as well, which is like major jank. So I'm gonna pull that out. It's right behind the radiator. This is already some major clutter savings, already looking better. So I'm also gonna rewire the rest of the system. Some of this is just really not clean the way these are run through. So I'm gonna pull the GPU supplemental power out and we'll rerun that and start over. The other issue with this mess of wires down here is it's blocking most of the intake from this bottom fan, which is obviously less than ideal. And this is like really like off center. I don't know if it was ever totally screwed in, which is a little bizarre. So we'll clean that up as well. I'm gonna pull a lot of these out to start, just to get a little bit more organization. Let's see, I don't really want to screw with the front panel connectors because that's gonna be really a pain in the to get back should those come loose. So let me just get all of these supplemental power cables out. Okay, so this one is SATA power. Okay, continuing along. USB 3.0s are always so impossible to get out. Oh my oh my god, those are always so brutal. Let me push this out. So there's actually a USB 3 header right up here, which might be a cleaner route. So I think I'm going to move this out of the way later on. So there's not a ton left on the motherboard. This is likely CPU, right? Yeah, that's gotta be. Okay, now we have the 24 pin. Yeah, this legit has one screw holding it in. I think I'm going to start by moving that out. One screw. Should give us a lot more space to work back here now. Okay, so that's all the motherboard cables pulled out. So I'm gonna get some zip ties and really sort of cinch everything down and make everything run more cleanly, because everything was like sort of all over the place like this, and that really is gonna impede airflow. So unfortunately the zip ties I have on hand are massive, but it'll do for now. Yeah, that's gonna be much better. That'll actually be nice because it'll sort of hold it down. I'll find a cleaner way to run this cable as well. Guess that's in. So now, like we said earlier, we have this USB 3, which I'm going to plug in up top rather than down below to reduce the clutter by the intake. So it's such a nightmare. There we go. Okay, so at least for now, bottom of the case is looking really clean. Cables are tucked away and neat, and we don't have any more of that like rat's nest of front panel connectors. So now we're going to get on to cleaning up the top half of the case and then rewiring all of the major components. So these two front fans were originally like wired straight across. I'm going to see if I could run these up and over just to remove the clutter that used to exist here. Okay, so now we're going to start rewiring the major power connectors, starting with the CPU supplemental power. So I'm going to start from top right and work our way down. It's already looking super clean. Okay, this is already looking super clean as far as cables go. Okay, so now all supplemental powers have been rerun. You can see it's at a much tighter bend radius now, and it should be much better airflow from the bottom. Like, it's really not obstructing anything here. I'm much happier with this than it was when it started. And now what's really nice is we could actually fit this fan in its socket at the bottom, unlike the really cockeyed spot it was in before. I do have some fan screws laying around, so I will add those to this. So what I think I'm going to do with the cable is if I could wrap it all the way around and just bring it right up. Ooh, that might fit perfectly. Okay, that worked out really well. And it's also nicer because the fan is now more centrally located, so it's actually going to go into the GPU, which is pretty cool because it used to be like an inch or two over. So that should definitely help temps. So now I think I'm just try and clean off some of this relentless dust, because it hasn't been done really ever since the system was built. Jeez. Oh, that's really brutal. Okay, a lot better. Same deal with the radiator fans. These are like major caked with dust. Okay, looks a lot better. Okay, so here's the finished result. Again, this looks a heck of a lot cleaner, and the airflow is definitely gonna be a lot nicer. Same thing with the back of the case. Although you never see this, it's just nice that everything runs really cleanly and it's not all over the place. Of course, let's make sure it still turns on. Try again. Ooh, the dust blowing around. And we have a post. It went through all of the red light checks and it should be all set. This is a much cleaner system that should run hopefully a lot better. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you want to see more content like this, please do like and subscribe. It really helps me out a ton, and I'll see you all in the next one.